Hi, I'm Kelly. Welcome to class. You're going to need one medium dumbbell, a chair, and some water for hydration. Let's get started with your warm-up. In today's circuit training class, we're going to work one side of the body separately from the other. So you'll see what side is strong and what needs work. Big deep breath in. Stretching up. Again, inhale up. Open the chest. Take the right hand, reach and pull down. Left hand, reach and pull down. Right hand again. Hand is on the outside of the thigh to support the back. Reach, knees are soft. Good, now squat. Sitting back. Chair is there if you want it. Hands are on the thighs or on your chair. 2 more. Now squat again and then reach your right hand up. Now the left. Keep going like that. Thumb points back. Palm of the hand faces in. Stretch right up. Alternating reaches up. Tap the toe. Now reach across. Little toe tap. Reach up. 4, 3, 2, and across. 4, 3. Again, up. 4, 3, 2, across. 4, 3, 2. 2 more sets. Reach right up. Bend your knees a little bit more. Let's warm up the body. Reach. Last set. Reach. And across. 4, 3. Now reach for your knees. Shift your weight side to side. Little dynamic stretch for the inner thighs. 4, 3. Touch the inside of the knee with the opposite hand. Hold to the right. Hands on the thighs. Sit back. And lift up. Rotate round, holding your chair. Press the heel to the floor, the back heel to the floor. Lift the chest, and then lift the heel. Dip down, and come up. Now, press the heel, lift, and dip down. Press the heel and lift. 1 more. Press, lift, dip. Come to the center. Open the knees to the side. Press the knees open. Lift up, toes point straight ahead. Reach up, alternating reaches. Now reach across. 4, 3, 2, reach up. 4, 3, 2, and across. 4, 3. Across. 4, 3. Reach down for your knees, shift your weight side to side. We're going to do the other side of those stretches for the front of the hip and the calf. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold to the left. Sit back. Good. Now rotate round and press the heel to the floor. Lift up, bend the knee, and scoop the tailbone under and stretch the front of your hip. Good. Now you can either hold the chair or release the chair and dip down. Press. And dip. Press and dip. Open to the front, open the knees, and lift up. Toes forward. Roll the shoulders back. Right hand reaches up. Stretch. Left hand reaches up. Stretch. And again. Right and left. Roll your shoulders back. And let's get started with our strength work. You need 1 medium dumbbell. Use your knees by bending to pick it up. I'm going to move my chair a little bit to the left so I've got some space on the right side. Chair is there as much as you need it. We're going to start with a rear lunge. This works the lower body. We'll alternate between upper and lower body. Dumbbell in the right hand, shoulder square, tall body. Lunge back and step in. Now you can keep your hand on your chair because this one adds a bit of a balance challenge, especially with just one dumbbell. Or hand comes to the hip. Bend both knees so that back knee bends and the back heel is completely off the floor. You step back onto the ball of the foot rather than the whole foot. Bend the knee, keeping your feet hip distance apart. Now they're long sets. You're going to do each exercise for 50 seconds. So if you need to take a break at any time. One more. Now you have 15 seconds between each exercise. So have a little breather, and then let's bring the dumbbell up to the shoulder with the elbow in front of the body, thumb pointing back. Shoulder press and down. Exhale, inhale. Now, move in the best range of motion that you have available to you. If you can't bring the dumbbell all the way up, go halfway up or just a little way up. Even coming up that high is going to strengthen your shoulder. Shoulders tend to be fragile, so we want to respect what they can do on any given day. Press up. Exhale, inhale. You're almost there. One more. Exhale. Big challenge. Hold the dumbbell in your left hand and come back behind your chair with your feet together. Side lunge to the right. Chest up, shoulders down and back. Here we go. Lunge out to the right. Lunge and step in. Chair is there to steady yourself as you come back. Or, if you prefer, you can keep your hand on your thigh. All 10 of your toes face forward, so your feet are parallel. That's really important because that helps you sit back and engage the big muscles in the back of your hips, your glutes, and that protects your knees. Sitting back each time, hinge at the hip and keep your right hand on your right thigh to give your back a little support. Make sure you're breathing. Last one. Now bring your right leg forward. We're going to do a row. Left leg back. Hand is on the thigh, about mid-thigh or closer to the knee. Hinge at the hip and leaning forward slightly, row and slowly down. Now, press your shoulder away from your ear. Abs are tight. So you're giving yourself lots of support on that right hand. Drive your elbow up and come down. Long neck. Look straight down or slightly forward. Let the hand finish up beside the ribs. Drive your elbow up, but press your shoulder down. 2 more times. 1 more time. And come down. Single leg hinge. So we're going to work the hamstring and glute, the back of your thigh and your bottom on the right side. Kickstand the left leg, keeping the left knee soft and the right knee soft. Hinge forward and come up. Down, 2, 3, 4, and up, 2, 3, 4. Hinge at the hip. Shine your tail lights up the back wall. So you lift your tailbone up, but you keep your core tight. Let your eyes follow the body So when you're at the bottom of the movement, you're looking down. Side view, just come down just below your knee. Just below your knee. Keep your right knee soft. One more. Bring the left leg forward and the right leg back. We're going to work on the chest and shoulders and the front of your arm, the biceps. Left hand on the left thigh, right hand out to the side. Cross the body and pull back. Now bend your left knee. Keep your chest really proud. So push your chest forward as you bring the arm across. Exhale and inhale. Press really strong. Working the chest, the shoulder, the front of your shoulder, and a little bit in the arm. The bicep is also working. Bend the left knee as you bring it across. Cross the body. One more. Come up. Side squat. Hold the dumbbell long in front of you. Feet close together. Shoulders down and back. Abs tight. Squat to the right, bend both knees and come up. Sit back and come up. Keep your shoulders pulled down your back so your chest stays open. Squat down and come up. Make sure you're breathing. Exhale as you come up. Inhale as you come down and sit back. Like you're picking something heavy off the floor. Use your whole body. One more. Very good. Now, combination movement. You can use the chair or bring your left hand onto the thigh. I like the thigh for this one, gives you lots of support. Soft knees, elbow tight, palm in, hand to shoulder, hinge at the hip. Press back 2 times for the triceps, the back of the arms, hand to shoulder, lift up in one piece and down. Combination movement. Hand to shoulder, hinge at the hip, press back 2 times, hand to shoulder, lift, and hand comes down. Really important that you hinge at the hip rather than bend at the waist. Okay, shoulder lift, and down. So biceps, triceps, core, works the back, press back, hand to shoulder, lift and lower. Halo and chop or alternating chop. Hold on to the end of your dumbbell firmly with both hands. Now you're either going to chop and bring the dumbbell up and chop and up, or around and chop. Join in, find what works for you and chop. So around, bring it behind the head, holding your abdominals. Lift up and chop across. Swivel the foot. So as you chop down to the left, the right foot swivels and vice versa. Round. Stretch out through your upper body, but keep your core tight. So don't steal movement from your lower back in order to get the dumbbell behind your head. Last one. You have 30 seconds to grab a sip of water and get ready for the other side. I'm going to move my chair across to give me some space. We start with the rear lunge. We're going to do everything on the other side. Now you'll see what's strong and what needs work. Bring the dumbbell into your left hand. Feet about hip distance apart. Lunge back and step in. Right leg lunges back and steps in. Now bend both knees. It's almost as if you're going to kneel on your back knee. You could bring your hand to your hip and take on that balance challenge if you want.
It's really that simple.
Come up tall. Shoulders down and back. Chest up. The dumbbell is creating imbalance. So all the muscles in the midsection have to work a little bit harder to stabilize and balance the body. That's one of the beauties of working with one dumbbell at a time. Last one. Good. Now bring the dumbbell up to your shoulder. Elbow is forward, thumb points back, palm of the hand faces in. Feet hip distance to shoulder distance. Soft knees. Press up and slowly down. Again, up and slowly down. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. Now make sure, as you work, that you're staying with your shoulders directly over the hips. You're not leaning back and pressing the hips forward. Keep the hips underneath your shoulders and knees soft. Press. This is a hard set. Shoulders tend to get weak as we get older. Do one more. Bring the dumbbell into your right hand and bring your feet together and come back behind your chair for the side lunge. Now you're welcome to do this without the chair. So I'm going to step away so you can see me better. Hand on the thigh. Lunge and step in. Take the biggest step that you can out to the side, but still control the way back in. So only step out as far as you can control the step back in. Set the hips back, chest up, shoulders down and back, all 10 toes face forward, hinge at the hip. Left hand is on the left thigh to support the back. Proud chest. One more. Push off. Row. Left leg forward, right leg back. Right heel is lifted off the floor, so you're just kickstanding that leg. Left hand on the thigh, hinge at the hip. Row and down. Now keep your left leg bent and your right leg bent. Hinge at the hip and keep the spine really long. Give yourself plenty of support on your left arm. Now press your shoulder away from your ear. Finish with your hand close to the side of the ribs. Check to see that you're not squeezing on the handle of the dumbbell, that you're holding it firmly but not squeezing. Get a little lower. One more rep. And come up. Single leg hinge, also known as the deadlift. Dumbbell comes in front of the body. Have your weight on the left leg and kickstand the right leg. Shoulders up and back, hinge and come up. Sit back and lift up. Bend at the hip, keep the spine long. So you're bending at the hip. Shine your taillights up the back wall so the hinge comes from the hip rather than the waistline. This should feel like you're doing a plank. If you're familiar with a plank, it's like a standing plank. You're using your abdominals to stabilize the spine as you work the back of your thigh and your glute, your bottom, your hamstring and your glute. Shine your taillights up. One more. Bring the dumbbell into your left hand. Right leg forward, left leg staggers back, both feet flat. Right hand on the thigh, palm hand faces forward, roll your shoulders down your back and squeeze your shoulder blades back. Press across and up. Press and up. Press and up. Good, now keep the chest open. Keep your chest pressed forward as you bring the arm across. 30 seconds left. Try and get all the way through the set. Bend your right leg as you bring it across the chest. Push, working the shoulder, the bicep, the front of the arm, and the chest. One more time. Side squat. Dumbbell long and straight in front of the body. Feet hip distance apart. Stand tall, lengthening out through the top of your head and pull your navel in towards your spine so you flatten out your abdominals. Side squat to the left and come up. Again, side squat and up. You're almost there. You've got this and 2 more exercises. I love to work one side of the body separately from the others because often we develop strength imbalances by favoring one side of the body. Maybe there's an old injury there. Maybe we're just right dominant or left dominant. So we tend to get stronger on one side and weaker on the other. One more. Biceps triceps. This one's tricky. Knees soft. Right hand on the thigh. Elbow in against the side of the ribs. Bend your hand to your shoulder. Hinge at the hip. Press back 2 times. Hand to shoulder. Lift up in one piece and come down. So you've got a lot of muscle working for you. You've got the back of your arm, all the muscles in your lower back, the front of your arm, your hamstrings, the back of your thigh, as well as your glutes. And down. Do it again. Hand to shoulder. Hinge at the hip. Press back 2 times. And just shoulder lift and down. Good, one more time. Hinge at the hip. Press back 2 times. Hand to shoulder, lift up and down. Halo and chop, or just alternating chop. Hold the dumbbell at the end and you're either going to chop and come up, chop and come up, or go around the head and chop. And chop. Again, around the head and chop. Now as you bring the dumbbell back behind the head, make sure that you're keeping your abdominals tight. You're not arching the back to steal the movement from your lower back that you should be getting from your upper back and shoulders. So this exercise strengthens the core while it builds mobility in the shoulders and the upper back. Last one. Let's put your dumbbell down. Use both legs. And we are going to stretch. Let's start off on the left side of the chair. Seeing as it's right here, we're going to stretch out the front of your thigh. So holding the chair, nice and firmly. Pick up either the shin, ankle, or if you're more flexible, holding onto the foot. Pull the foot straight back behind you, standing tall. Tuck your tailbone under and pull the foot in towards your bottom. Can you just touch lightly on the chair? Step the leg back, press the heel to the floor, and stretch your lower leg, your calf. Step a little further forward with the right leg, lift the back heel, dip down and reach up the left hand. Now lean across to the right and you'll feel an opening through the front of your left hip. It should feel really good. And come up. Let's do the other side. I'm going to move my chair across, but you can just move to the other side of your chair. All right, find your balance on your left leg. Pick up the shin, the ankle, or the foot. If you have that available to you, roll your shoulder back, tuck your tailbone under, and pull your foot in towards your bottom. Stretching out the front of your thigh and the front of your hip. Now step that foot back and press the heel to the floor. Stretching the lower leg. Lift the heel, the back heel, step your left leg further forward and dip down, bending both knees. Scoop your tailbone under to engage a stretch in the front of your hip. Take your right hand and reach up and lean across to the left and feel that opening through the front of your right hip. And come up. Okay, we are going to finish our stretches seated because we did so much standing work. Let's sit down to relax into the rest of our stretches. I'm going to move my chair back. Bring your right leg forward. Sit towards the front edge of your chair and flex the ankle of the right foot. Straighten out that leg, your right leg, and pull the kneecap up so you tighten your quadricep, the front of your thigh. Bring your hands onto your left thigh, lift the body up and hinge forward until you feel a stretch in the back of the thigh, the hamstrings. We stood for the whole class. There was no seated work. So if you've just come from beginner level, congratulations. This was a big challenge. On many levels, cross the ankle above the knee, cross the ankle above the ankle, or for a greater challenge, above the knee. Flex the ankle, sit up tall, and then if you want to deepen the stretch even further, hinge forward. You'll feel a deep stretch in the hip. It should feel really good. We tend to get very tight in our hips. This allows the hips some space. Lift up. Uncross and bring your left leg forward. Flex the ankle, pulling the toes back towards your shin. Straighten the leg and pull the kneecap up to tighten up the front of your thigh. Bring your hands onto the right thigh. Sit tall and hinge forward. And let's stretch out the hamstring, the back of your thigh. We work the hamstrings a lot, so you might be feeling a little bit tight there. And come on. Now you can either cross the ankle and hinge, or for a deeper stretch, cross the knee with the ankle, flex the ankle, hands on the thighs, sit up, and then hinge forward. Working one side of the body at a time, as I said, really allows you to address any strength imbalances so you can feel where you're strong and what needs work. You don't need to do more on the side that needs work. It will catch up. Come on. Sitting forward on the chair, feet hip distance, take your right hand and bring the left hand onto the side of the chair and stretch the right side of your body. Come up and bring that hand in between the shoulder blades and stretch up and release. Left hand reaches up, stretch the left side of your body. Come up and reach that hand down your back, stretching out the back of your arm. Lean again and come up. Release. In Inhale, open the chest. Exhale and down. Roll your shoulders back. Thank you for joining me. I look forward to moving with you again. Have a great rest of your day.